Dr. Verna Price. Dr. Price?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for hosting this event. I certainly appreciate it. I'm the founder of a program called Girls in Action, which is now renamed Girls Taking Action because that is what we are doing. We're a program of the Power of People Leadership Institute, an institute that was created by my husband and I for the Shane Martin Price to really provide mentoring programs. And when I say mentoring programs, I'm like community-based, culturally responsive mentoring programs to our students. We impact over 300 students every year. 90% of our students are students of color. In these last 16 years, this is our 16th year, we have impacted now going over 6,000 students. Here's what I've learned, and I'm going to talk to you in terms of our girls and now our boys also. We have a Boys of Hope program as well. One, our students are experiencing internalized racism. And that internalized racism is now coming out of them like never before. It's coming out of them in how they are dealing with the tragedy in our communities. I will not forget looking at the footage of downtown being looted and how many young girls were in that footage. What is that? That is internalized racism. Our students can no longer handle the trauma of racism that they have been dealing with for so many years. How does that look in school? That is coming out in how they act in school, how they react in school. The trauma is there. What is needed? A couple of things is needed. One, we need trauma-informed education for our teachers. Our typical teacher in Minnesota is a white female from rural Minnesota. And bless her heart, she has the right heart. She wants to do the right thing, but she just does not know what the heck she is doing. And she does not know our students, and she does not know our community. And she really does want to learn. We've got to intensify trauma-based, culturally responsive training for teachers. Two, we've got to change and look at how we hire teachers, who we're hiring, and how to retain teachers, and particularly teachers of color. We have to not only hire them, but we must continue to keep them and retain them. Third, we've got to put psychologists and psychiatrists into our schools.
30 seconds.
Our students are suffering from internalized racism, which means that they need mental health, they need therapy. And then the last thing I would want to say is make sure we put community mentors into our school. What we do in Girls in Action is we bring community mentors to the school. I will never forget a Minneapolis public school principal saying to me, we don't need the community in this school. We can handle it. Public schools, you cannot handle it. It's shown you cannot handle it. All the data shows you cannot handle it. And let the community help you.
That's time.
Mentoring. Thank you all so very much for having me on this call. I appreciate all that you're doing.
Dr. Price, thank you so much for your testimony and all your work with Girls Taking Action as well. We are very appreciative for all that you do. Moving on.